Hello everybody, this short video is going to explain about the API documentation and the REST interfaces that are available on the DocAndy's site. So if we go down to here, view the API documentation, we can see the Swagger screen generated displaying all the different APIs that are available externally. And I'm just going to walk you through how they work in very general terms. The form API enables you to run a form remotely. You start with a get, passing in the form ID, the ID of the form that you actually want, and your API key, which you will find in your account, and an optional question count value. So for a bot, you'd pass in 1 as the question count, and this will return an initial set of questions for you to display. Only one question if you've set it up for a single bot, and we'll also include an ID, which is the IE token ID, which is the ID that you will use that identifies this particular conversation and must be returned in any subsequent calls. Now that's actually fairly easy to do because if you use a post, you can use puts, but post is much easier. Then you just simply pass through the last bit of JSON that you've got, which has already got the IE token in it, with the results embedded straight into the questions. If it's a categorical or textual question, then the data value is put there. If it's a numerical value, then the data value is put there. It's as simple as that. And the post action will respond with another set of questions or the set of responses if the entire sequence is complete. Now delete doesn't actually delete the form. Delete takes you back one step. So it acts as the back button. This is how the back button is implemented, and so sending the ID value that you should send here should actually be that ID value which we saw the token value in a previous post, and the delete will just simply respond with the appropriate JSON again for the to display the previous set of values. So basically delete takes you back one step. The linter is terribly simple but terribly powerful. You just basically send it, and this is free for anybody to use. You send it source code corresponding to the DARL that you want to check, and it sends you back a list of errors, if any, containing the line number, the column number where the error started and stopped, the message, and the severity. And this is what our editor uses, our JavaScript editor uses to do lint checking. So very powerful thing, builds into anything you want. It will always be available. Some projects are open projects, and this enables you to list them. It gives you a listing of the IDs and such like of the projects that belong to a particular subdomain that are open. A project API enables you remotely to create and delete projects. And there's various different methods. So you can find these are protected calls, so you need your API key, so they're private calls, unlike the open projects API. And you can do various things: delete projects, update projects, all the things you'd expect. The rule API enables you to access a rule set directly, not through a form, but assuming that you're actually going to supply not information bit by bit, but the entire set of inferences that the system requires. So a get here returns the list of the inputs and also gives you specimen values to help you out. So you can literally find out what you need to tell a rule set by calling this particular call, and it enables you then to actually fill in that JSON and send it back again to this post call. And the post call will take the JSON in that same form and reply with the results of the evaluation, including all the inputs and all the outputs that have been created in the process of a single pass evaluation of a rule set. Okay, the schema API is just there to provide information about the schemata that are used by the DARL common DLL schemata that are useful for accessing DARL. So the schemata, for instance, for project records there, the report that comes out of data mining, the language format and form format required for creating a form project. So these are all the useful schemata. Simulation, there's an API for that. So this is intended to fire off a simulation project, and you pass it a sequence of data values, time tag data values, and it sends you back the completed sequence. And finally, we've got machine learning, the supervised learning API, which has a single call. And basically, you pass in data and you get out the responses. So, very quick run through of the DARL API and the REST interfaces associated with them. Thanks a lot. Bye.